Hello students, I warmly welcome all of you and I hope that you all are quite fine. Today we will read about second chapter of class 12 Flamingo poetry section. Students, in previous video we have read about explanation and about the poem and elementary school classroom in a slum. In this video we will explain second and third stanzas of the poem and elementary school classroom in a slum, composed by Stephen Spender. Student, in this second stanza, as poet write that on so cream walls donations, Shakespeare's head cloudless at dawn, civilized reading all cities. The classroom walls actually have a dirty appearance as they have not been painted ever for a long time. And in other words, we can say that slum children inhabit a world which is dreary and depressing, full of distress, chill, and on the walls are displayed the names of people who have given donations. Means there were list of donators pasted on the walls. The picture of Shakespeare also, with the background of clear sky, as it has written as Shakespeare's head, means picture of Shakespeare with background of cloudless at dawn, background of clear sky at the time of the sunrise. Cloudless at dawn means sunrise is also displayed. Cloudless at dawn means there will sunrise at that time, and that has been portrayed on picture of Shakespeare, which was displayed there in classroom. The walls have a scenic picture of Tyrolis Valley, belled, flowery, means beautiful. Tyrolis Valley is an Australian alpine province, is related with that valley known as Tyrolis Valley. Open-handed map awarding the world its word, and there was also a open-handed map, a map of world was pasted on walls, have a map revealing the world outside their views from the classroom window, because outside world from classroom was full of misery, full of distress, but inside world means world which slum student were observing, watching. Inside the classroom there were beautiful sceneries, beautiful portrait, picture of Shakespeare, also various sceneries. These all were pasted on wall, but outside classroom world was full of misery, full of distress, full of melancholia. So there were nothing for those children, slum children, who were inside classroom. Atmosphere, environment of classroom whatsoever had been shown there, it was full of joy, entertainment, but actually there were no joy in life of children, slum children. Their outside world from window was looking foggy and harsh and full of distraction, depression. It represents a dark and bleak future. It represents a dark and bleak future of the student, and there were no hope for a better life for those slum children. Their eyes can only view a narrow road as a narrow street sealed in with a lead sky. Means their eyes can view only a narrow road which is enclosed with dull sky. It means it was not properly open. Their way of life outside world after outside from that classroom was full of distraction, misery. It was not as much as joyful as it was looking in classroom, representing, appearing in classroom. The poet suggests here that these children are trapped in hopeless situation, and their reality is far removed from the literary world. Actually, the literary world means writer, authors. They have not depicted, they have not brought out reality, but they have shown, they have tried to express in their poem, in their prose story, beautiful scenery of the nature, rivers, flowers, seas, but they have not brought out reality of the people, poverty of the people, of those slum children. So here a poet has also condemned other writer and author. In third stanza, surely Shakespeare is big. Actually, in first stanza, poet has portrayed picture of slum children. In second stanza, poet has portrayed picture of classroom, inside classroom. And in third stanza, poet himself has become very aggressive, angry towards these kinds of artificiality and situation of the people against slum in children, students who were reading there. In third stanza, the pensive poet suddenly turns aggressive, become angry, and feels that Shakespeare is wicked. Shakespeare is nothing for those children, students. His picture, his portrait with beautiful scenery, sky is nothing, is humiliating for them. For that student, they had nothing to survive even. They have no better life, nourishment for livelihood. Then what will they do to observe and see the beautiful picture of Shakespeare in classroom? The map, bad example, map which was showing world within world, that was also meaningless for those students. This has become mislead to the children also. He shows them a beautiful world of ships and fun as it was appearing from Shakespeare portrait, picture and the map, but that was only misleading those children, and not only it was also unreadable and unreachable for those slum students, but it was only corrupting influence on these children, slum children, and instigate them to steal, to become thieves. It was also try to escape from their cramped holes, their dark future there, existence is also indeed very sad. It was full of melancholy. These emancipated children are bearing from fog endless night on their slag heap. These children wear skins peeped through by bones and spectacles of steel with mended glass. Actually, these emancipated children are wearing skin, means they wear only skin on their bones. हड्डियों पे केवल एक तरह से स्किन दिखाई दे रहा था. देयर इज नथिंग. दे आर वेरी लीन एंड थिन एंड माल न्यूट्रिशन्ड unnourished children. The spectacles they are bearing also have glass which has been broken and mended. Their entire appearance risks their deprivation, and that the map of their walls should express huge slum instead of beautiful scenic graphics. As in final line, poet has expressed that there should not be beautiful scenery or picture or anything else, but there must be huge slums, because poet was very aggressive towards this views and vision of people and also literary world, because they try to show only virtue and goods, but they did not try to bring out vices and the negative resources whatsoever was related with those slum children. And that's why in third stanza poet pensively has attacked on this kind of artificiality. So thank you all of you, and I hope that you all would like it. Thank you very much.